We're live.
Greetings, everyone. This is Danny from HarrTravel.com, your cruise experts, and I'm on a boat. I'm on a ship. I'm on the beautiful Celebrity Edge. This morning, we got off of the adventure of the seas in Nassau. We wanted to be a part of history, and here we are. I can feel the ship moving. Captain Kate just pulled away from the dock. We've got the tug behind us with the big, the giant waterfall going. This is what we've been waiting for 15, 16 months. This is what I do. This is what we've done. I've been on 120 plus cruises in my life. I've had a feeling similar to this, but I don't know that I've had this feeling ever before. For the last 15, 16 months, we've done cancellations, rebookings, lift and shifts, move it around. But everybody who's sailing on this cruise, we booked the ship. We got on the ship. We're in America. Well, now we're not in America anymore. And we're sailing out of beautiful Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is the very first cruise ship to leave from the United States since March. In fact, we were on one of the very, very last ships at the end of February. Our last cruise experience was in early March of 2020. And, I can't tell you the joy. In fact, I've got a quintessential cruise ship drink here. It's a Miami Vice. It's tasting absolutely delicious, but something about it is even more delicious because we're sailing right now, right here from Florida. Boarding process was easy as can be. The new Celebrity app, they've updated it, tweaked it, changed it around, made it pretty much as easy as you possibly can. We scanned in our passports, we took a photo. We got to the terminal. My daughter, of course, being under 16, she's a 5-year-old, so she got her antigen test, her second test in the last 24 hours, because she also got one before we got off the adventure of the seas. And we walked right on board the ship. And the moment I came on board, it was like coming home in a way that I haven't seen, experienced, felt. I love the cruise on the Celebrity Millennium from St. Martin. That was incredible. I love the adventure of the seas from Nassau, but this is it. This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the cruise capital of the world. Miami's just around the corner. The Celebrity Equinox is off in the distance. Corey's in the distance as well, too. But right now, we're sailing. We're having an incredible time already because this is what we do, and this is why we do it. We were just on the pool deck. We were thinking about going live from there. It is such a party I can't even explain. There are drinks flowing. There are people dancing, singing, partying, having a good time. In fact, I don't know if you can tell right now from the footage, but right now we're just backing out. So Captain Kate has thrown the lines off. The horn has gone several times in the background, and I'm giddy like a very small child. My 5-year-old is giddy too. We were walking around this ship. She has not been on this ship before, and she kept saying over and over again, "This is so beautiful, Daddy. This is incredible." And my wife, who's an artist and a designer herself, many of her favorite designers were part of designing this particular ship. We cannot wait to film the full ship experience, all the rooms, the suites, everything that we come to you with all the time, and share it with you, because this is something different. Not just the ship, not just the experience, but the combination of all of it together. I don't think I've ever been on a cruise ship where people are more excited for what this is. I just saw Richard Fain a few minutes ago. He was out on the pool deck shaking hands. I don't think I've seen a grin that big from him, and well, probably since the last inaugural that I was on with him, because like me, he's been making videos in his backyard. He's the president, CEO of Royal Caribbean Group, and got to hear him speak a few words earlier. Once again, the reason I wanted to be here was this is the first ship going from the U.S., but more than that, it's helmed by what I think is the most incredible captain in the entire industry. Captain Kate has absolutely kept the cruise ship industry in touch with everybody else during the last 16 months. She's been on board this ship with a lot of crew members basically by themselves. I got to say, they've kept it in incredible condition. The ship is just a couple years old, but it's in spectacular condition right now. I've talked to a couple crew members, and they've said, "We are so happy for you guys to be here. We can't even stop." Well, they can't stop smiling. They can't stop grinning. They can't stop enjoying what this is all about. So just for a point of reference, right now, we are just aft of the Ocean View Cafe. The Sunset Bar is up above me. You can't see this, but what I see is an incredible line of people. You guys having a good time? Lots of smiles up there, waves. Down on the pier, you have a ton of people that are getting ready to say goodbye from there as well. I've got a couple news crews across from us as well, because this is history, guys. For the last 16 months, I've been talking about this in my garage, and now I'm talking to you from the aft of the beautiful Celebrity Edge, the first in, what is a series of ships that is revolutionary for Celebrity, but revolutionary for the industry. It was one of the first cruise ships that was ever designed with basically AI. When you go on the pool deck, there's no structures in your way to look out and see the incredible views. You've got the ramps going up all around. We were down in Eden earlier on. Once again, we're going to come to you live all throughout the week. We're going to share all of the different pieces of the ship. But I wanted to do a really quick one today just to share with you that not only is cruising back, we know it's back. It's been back in Asia for a while. It's been back in Europe for quite a while. It's actually been back in North America. We were on the very first cruise on the Celebrity Millennium on the 5th of June. We just got off Royal Caribbean's first cruise going out of Nassau, and the Freedom of the Seas. We got to see her yesterday in Coco Cay. That was the most perfect day that I think I've had in my entire life. We got one of those floating cabanas. My wife, my daughter, the Karen family, the Walkies, we all shared it together. I had more lobsters than I care to talk about because, well, I might have put crustaceans on the endangered species list myself yesterday. It was spectacular. That day was perfect. And when we were talking this morning, I was talking to my wife, and this is a travel day. We got up, you do the traditional thing, right? You pack up your bags, you go off the ship. We headed to the airport. Airports are what they are right now. We continued along from the airport, and we headed directly over. We took the Celebrity Transport. So kudos to Celebrity for the Flights by Celebrity program, which it was flawless. We got here on JetBlue. We took the bus over. We did all of our check-in. But the moment I got on this ship, I had tears in my eyes. I really, truly did. My family gets to earn an income again. These crew members get to earn an income again. Got to talk to Mr. Fain for a few minutes ago. He gets to, well, he's been earning an income because he's the head of all of the above, if you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, what this is about is bringing back what so many people love. I have been at a lot of sailaways. In fact, we started a few minutes late because I wanted to go and experience that on the main pool deck, up on the Sunset Bar as well. And it's been special. There's no other word that I can think of that describes it. Back on the far side of me, you've got people looking out. You've got the tugboat once again, that the water spout coming out. And right now we're backing up. I see Eden down below me, that beautiful structure on the aft of the ship. Looking down, I can see all the different faces and people who are on these incredible aft-facing sky suites and the sunset verandas down there. And there's some balloons. There's festivities everywhere because so many people in America depend on the cruise industry. Now, I'm a travel advisor. You guys know that. When you're ready to book your next one, you let me know. But there's more than that. The taxi drivers, the Uber drivers, the gentleman at the longshoreman that took our bags today, when we gave him a tip, he had the biggest smile on his face. And he's like, you know what? My family is going to be so happy tonight. I finally get to do what I do and bring it back. I have a lot of friends who are in that industry. That's one that's been absolutely crushed by the last 16 months and all the restrictions put in place. In addition to that, think about the supply chain. The people who supplied me with my beautiful Miami Vice, that supplied all the foods, the farmers. I don't know if you guys have been following that, but farmers have had to till up their fields with vegetables, with fruits, with different things in there because they simply couldn't get it to market in the way they did before. So all the food that we're going to eat on board this incredible ship, the specialty restaurants are magnificent. You guys know I'm going to be living at Raw and 5. It just is what it is. Sushi is my happy place. And well, anyway, I'll talk about sushi later on in the week. But as we wandered this ship, what I saw was maskless smiles, because that's what's happening. This ship, I think we're over 95%. I think we're closer to 98, 99% vaccinated on board. We've been on 2 ships that in the last 3 weeks that were absolutely flawless. But what this is a new cruise ship, and it still has that new cruise ship smell. It came out, it had an incredible cruise a couple seasons, and then basically it's been put into what they call hot layup. They didn't want to shut it down completely because what that does is it delays getting it back out to the water. This ship right now was meant to be in Europe. So Celebrity a couple months ago, once they realized there was an opportunity to cruise in the U.S., they shut that down. They decided to cancel those. Of course, the Apex, I have some clients and friends that are on the Celebrity Apex right now as we speak. They're sailing in Greece, but I wanted to be part of this bit of history. I wanted my daughter to experience the first cruise out with Captain Kate and, of course, Bug Naked. Can't wait to meet them in a little bit coming on here. In fact, she always dines back in the Ocean View Cafe, so I'm sure we'll see that soon. But right now, once again, I'm not sure what you can see behind me because I just see the camera. As we're rotating around, you can see the tugs that are escorting us out. I see all the different cruise terminals in the background, the Celebrity Equinox in the distance. We'll be on board the Equinox in just a couple weeks, and we'll be sharing that with you as well. But as the ship turns, we're going to head directly on out into the ocean, and we're going to be on the first major U.S. cruise ship to sail since March of 2020. And like I said, it's been a rough 15, 16 months. I've been talking about cruises in my garage. I met several people already on board this ship who have really loved our cruise ship tours. So if you haven't checked those out, our high recommendation, by all means, check it out. What do we got behind me? We have an entire flotilla of boats behind wishing us well. I see balloons, I see streamers, I see smiles, people waving. I even see a JetBlue plane taking off from Fort Lauderdale. One of the things I love about this particular port is when we landed in Fort Lauderdale, I saw the magic carpet and my smile went up. It has not gone down since then. It took us, what, about 10, 15 minutes, Taylor, to get here from the airport. We came on in, we boarded. I think from the terminal to here was maybe 25, 30 minutes. You don't find that at every cruise ship terminal. The Celebrity Edge is going to be sailing throughout the rest of the summer, and then she's going to stay here for her normal winter season all the way through the spring, and then next late spring, she's going to be heading over to you guys hear that? All right, we got the tugboat doing donuts. I don't know that you can see that. Now, Captain Kate said that she's the second best in the Celebrity fleet at doing donuts. I think she's number one no matter what. But right now, the tugboat is going around and around in circles. Taylor brought me my my other favorite drink in the world. You guys haven't seen the video yet. Gin and tonic. Cheers, my friend. I'm going to stop talking for just a second because this is an insane, an incredible, momentous occasion. And so many people depend on this type of travel for their livelihood. But it's beyond that. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. There's people that are on this ship that are zenith level, meaning they've spent hundreds and hundreds of days on Celebrity. When we were on Royal last week, the Pinnacle members told me over and over again. In fact, we had several people that said, I put your cruise ship tours on every single evening, and we watch it during dinner, and we pretend that we're cruising. But right now, I see some of my favorite humans on the entire planet. My daughter's back around the corner with my wife, Kristen. Kate, which is Taylor's wife. Taylor's behind the camera. My mom and dad are out in front of me. Kim and Cindy. Some of you guys have talked to Cindy, who works with us at Harr Travel. Her husband, Kim, is here as well. We have our cruise family back together. But what's so great about this is it's beyond that. We get to form a new family. What I love about going on a cruise ship is every single cruise, and we're going to do a back-to-back. So we're on here for 2 consecutive weeks. But every single time that we go on a cruise, we get the opportunity to be who we want to be. This is an inclusive environment where every single person is welcome. And if you don't welcome people, you're not welcome, to be perfectly honest with you. Every single human being is here. It doesn't matter where you come from, your lifestyle choices. It doesn't matter what it is that you do for a living. It doesn't matter where you've been for the last 16 months. What we're here doing right now is celebrating a bit of perfection. The Celebrity Edge is a bit of perfection. Cruising to the Caribbean once again on a 7-day itinerary. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where we're going. I haven't even looked at the itinerary. I think we have an Eastern and a Western Caribbean itinerary coming up, but it didn't matter to me. I knew the moment that I saw this cruise put out that we were going to be on it and that we were going to share the love of what we do with so many people. There's people cheering and screaming and waving. Once again, I don't think Taylor can move the camera, but you've got the tugboat down there with a big stream of water coming out. He's been doing donuts now for the last 5 minutes. We've got people up above here that are filming and smiling and cheering. It's almost like an early 4th of July, and we're going to be on board this particular ship for the 4th of July as well. But I can't tell you guys, this is what it's all about. We're back to the life that we love. And no offense to cruising out of Nassau, no offense to cruising out of St. Martin. I've cruised all over the world, from Asia, Europe, Africa. Cruising out of the United States is something unique, remarkable, and special. You can see the tug coming behind us once again. Taylor's going to move the camera around for a little bit so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to check out the comments really quick here so I can answer some questions. It was too quick. We had to do it. Oh, I can't see that. All right. Can you see any of the comments on there by chance? Yes. All right. So as we always do, I'm going to take a couple questions. I'm happy to answer them. Like I said, this was kind of an impromptu. My heart was too full to not share this incredible moment with you. We've now taken off. We've headed off of the pier. We've turned around completely. The tug is behind us, celebrating with us. Because guess what? Even he or she gets to go back to work as well. The tugboat drivers who've not been able to go out and let us out into the ocean every single day, they're happy to be back as well. Once again, this is a supply chain thing. And once the Uber drivers, the taxi drivers, the people who are working at the terminal who live in Florida who are checking us in, the people who provide the food and drink, well, and especially the bartenders, I'm not going to lie, they're pretty special. But all of those people are back doing what they love. Over the last year and a half, it's been incredible for us. We've added 50,000 subscribers in the last, about 12 months or so. Our channel is now doing almost 1 million minutes of view time every single day. These are our full ship tours, our live streams, our resort tours, our room and suite tours as well. And what we've seen is an incredible spike of views. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but to me, the most impressive, the thing I'm most excited about, most passionate about, is all the crew members who are on board the Adventure of the Seas, that have been on board the Celebrity Edge, who told us, thank you so much for making the videos. We saw a huge spike in views from the Philippines, from Indonesia, from India, and from Eastern Europe as well. A lot of people were saying, thank you so much for making them, because I got to show my family what I do. I was talking to a woman from Chile, Isabeth, who is on board the Adventure of the Seas right now. And she was telling me that she showed the video of the Mariner of the Seas and the Navigator of the Seas to her parents, because they had there was a ship in the harbor there in Chile that had to do with the old war with Peru, and they went on that, and they thought that's where she worked essentially. But after getting to tour for an hour with us on the ship, seeing every single space, she got to share with them her love of cruising as well. So once again, we're now heading directly out to sea. I can't tell you how happy I am. Well, I'm going to have a few more of these over the next couple hours. I'm going to dine like a king, because that's what you do on Celebrity Cruises. This is a luxury cruise experience. And what they've done with this ship, with the technology, I got in the room and my wife said, did you turn the air conditioner down, right? That's the first thing that we always do when we get in a cruise ship room. And I forgot. And guess what I did? When I was up here, I adjusted it on my phone. You can do that. The key is on my phone. You guys hear that? There we go. We've got tugs on either side with the giant streams of water heading out. Right behind us, once again, the tug is escorting. I see the pilot boat down, U.S. Coast Guard. This is a celebration for all seafarers. I think yesterday, the day before, was International Seafarer Day. Today, I'm going to name International Cruise Ship Happiness Day. Whether you're a cruise ship passenger, whether you work on board a cruise ship, whether you supply a cruise ship, this is what it's all about, guys. We're back. We're back from the United States. The Freedom of the Seas is going to be heading out on the 2nd of July. We got to see her yesterday. I mentioned that. But Taylor, do we have any comments or questions on here right away?
So a lot of people are saying that the port webcam actually zoomed in on us.
There you go. The port webcam zoomed in on us. You know what? Everybody out there, wherever you are, zooming in, zooming out, I can't tell you how happy I am. I can't tell you how much it means to me that my family, who, we've done everything we can to keep our business alive over the last 16 months. We've been essentially shut down by the CDC. We've been providing service by booking cruises, canceling cruises, lifting and shifting cruises, chasing down refunds, doing everything that we do to try to provide the service that our customers deserve. But now I have customers on board this ship. We had 50 with us sailing on the Adventure of the Seas. Every single person I talked to last night told me what an incredible experience it was to be back. And more than going on a cruise, I love cruising, but I've done a lot of cruises. I've done 850, 900 days at sea on a cruise ship. Sharing the experience is different. And, this may sound bad, but as a tour guide, I'd led some of the same tours over and over and over again for over a decade. I've been to Rome 45 times. I love Rome, don't get me wrong. But when I took my daughter there for the first time and I got to see it through her eyes, I knew that it was truly a different experience. And it's the same thing here. We're sharing this experience with first-time cruisers, with 100th-time cruisers, with everything in between, and we're having just an incredibly magical time. So you got the 2 tugs behind us now, streaming water. You can't see down below, but all the sky suites, the sunset verandas, all of those people are down there with their heads sticking out, enjoying this. I see a lot of cameras up. The sunset bar above me is packed. just a quick plug. I cannot wait to see the Sunset Bar on the Celebrity Beyond. It looks insane because this one is incredible. That's beyond that. There we go. What are we looking at? Who's behind us?
All the buildings.
There we go. All right, look at everyone.
Cruising is
sorry,
back.
we got to do it. Cruising is, you guys see that? You can't see this from here, but right there it says cruising is back. We've got a bunch of posters on there. We're now in the channel heading out to the ocean there. You see all kinds of people on the grass down below waving. They've got celebrity flags down there. You've got the tugs honking the horns, blowing those horns. People are down on the beach enjoying the sail away. And I've got a gin and tonic, and I'm on a cruise ship. I can't even tell you guys. This is amazing. This is unbelievable. My daughter, by the way, just finished off her second Virgin Miami Vice. I'll clarify that. But that's her all-time new favorite drink, pina colada, strawberry daiquiri mixed together. To me, it's the quintessential cruise ship drink. So I had to start of it. Now, for point of reference, we've got the two tugs behind us now. We've got some people standing down on the beach in the water holding a cruising is back sign. All of these different apartment buildings, condos, they're lined with people who are celebrating this. So many people in this community depend on this for their livelihood. We've got people playing the bugle up there. I don't even know what's going on. I'm so overstimulated right now and so excited. I can't even tell you guys. We've got so many excited people to welcome cruising back because, once again, this is what we do for a living. My customers, the thousands of them who have cruises booked with us, welcome back, guys, because you're going to be on here in just a few weeks, months, even a year or so. It doesn't matter. But what we've seen over the last 3 weeks of cruising being back in North America is that it works. Celebrity has done an incredible job with all of their different protocols on this ship. Like I said, 98+% of the guests are vaccinated. My daughter's one who's not because she's 5 years old, but she's, for her, this is perfect. She's outside now. She's not wearing a mask because she's out here, and she's having an incredible time. So right there behind me, the iconic moment, the tugs have now turned around. They've turned off the water, and we see Fort Lauderdale Beach in the distance just behind me. Once again, the Celebrity Equinox. I'll see you in a few weeks, maybe. And then down, all the way down the beach, you've got beautiful Fort Lauderdale Beach. All the way down on the other side in the far distance, you're going to have Miami all the way there. But there's so many people out on the beach, out on the jetty, celebrating what this is all about. The thing that we love, my livelihood, but more than that, my passion, my family's passion for the last 40 years. My grandpa, Bob Harr, I wish he was here today. Unfortunately, we lost him a couple years ago. He's a U.S. Navy veteran. But his love of cruising brought me on board when I was 7, 8 years old. I was at Coco Cay when we were, well, I think 8, 9 years old when it was a brand new island for Royal Caribbean. Yesterday was an emotional day for me. Today was an emotional day for me because it's more than just being on a cruise ship. It's about being back home again. It's about sharing it with my family, sharing it with our new cruise family. Like I said, what I love about Celebrity, they're ultra inclusive for every single human. You come on here, you join a new community, you share that community with new people for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, however long. We're going to be on here for 2 weeks right now, but right now behind us, sorry, I'm getting a little bit choked up because this is what it means to us. This is absolutely everything. It completely is. We've got the pilot boat down below us. I think the other pilot's just in front. He's going to hop off here in just a second. We've got Coast Guard boats lining the entire way here. The pilot did just get off. He's over there. Now we've got Captain Kate completely in charge of this incredible vessel. We're out of Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades Harbor. We've got the Coast Guard letting off the sirens, letting us know that we're back. They're down below as well, too. They're waving at us. I can see a smile on their face from here. Guys, cruising is back from North America. It's back from U.S. It's back from Port Everglades. In a couple days, it's going to be back from the Port of Miami. And the hundreds of thousands and millions of people who depend on this to live for their livelihood, puts food on their tables, and also the millions and millions of people who choose this as one of their favorite ways to travel and experience life, whether they're retired or, in our case, my wife's on summer vacation as a teacher. She's been behind a Zoom screen for the last year and a half. That's not what she signed up for, but she's been absolutely busting it and killing herself for all of her students. And so now her third cruise of the summer, fourth next week, fifth the week after it. She's just telling me, I can't tell you. She's been home for a lot of the cruises that Taylor and I have done over the last year or so. I'm going to sit down. Once again, we've got the sun behind us. I know that's not the greatest camera angle for Taylor, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Once again, you've got Fort Lauderdale Airport, the Celebrity Equinox, Port Everglades, the entire Fort Lauderdale Beach. I see the Diplomat down there, some of our favorite hotels as well. We're here. We're back. We're enjoying it. We're living it up. We're having the incredible time of our lives. But it's not just the time of our lives. It's this time in our lives. It's real. It's live. It's here, and it's happening. I don't know if you had any more questions you wanted to answer today, Taylor. I'm happy to always answer those. We're going to go live quite a few more times here over the next couple weeks as we're on board the Celebrity Edge for the next 14 days. We're going to share all of that with you. But hopefully you can hear it in my voice. You can feel it in it. I'm trembling a little bit. I've got smile on my face. I've had tears on my face over and over again because we get to do what we love once again that we didn't know when it was going to happen, to be honest with you. Like I said, as I was talking to you from our garage, watching Richard Fain's message, to see him on the pool deck, to hear him talking, the smile on his face, all of that. Dondra, I don't think she's on board right now, but she's been an unbelievable leader for the celebrity team. Vicky Freed has been an unbelievable leader for the Royal Caribbean team. Their office is just down the street here in Miami. But all of those people have kept us together. They've kept it together for our industry. And now we're doing what we love. We're here. We're back. And anyway, any questions there, Taylor?
And I just want to give a huge shout out to Corey and Susan for making this all possible for us.
Absolutely. Corey Wallace is in the other room here. He's been out back behind. I see my daughter through the window. Guess what she said when she came on board? Nothing about the magic carpet. Nothing about, well, she did say the decor was beautiful. All she could talk about was the celebrity breadsticks that she had on the Millennium last week. And the Ocean View Cafe has the incredible celebrity breadsticks. I see some big thumbs up through the windows there. They're having their first bit of food here on board. But once again, yeah, thank you so much for the entire celebrity team for working with us to make all of this happen. But once again, guys, we're here to share with you everything that we love. And everything that we love is right here on this ship. Our family, our friends, our cruise experience, the crew members, the executives, from Royal Caribbean Group. This is absolutely it.
On that note, we have a message from Larry. I'm glad you made it there safely and are in your happy place. We already miss your team. Have a happy week.
And you've got your mic on, right, Taylor? Yeah. So Larry, Ron, I can't tell you how much my heart was happy to meet you guys last week on the Adventure of the Seas, to spend some time with you, to have real conversations with you, because once again, when you get on a cruise ship, everything changes. When you travel, everything changes. Your mind opens up, your heart opens up, and you're receptive to new and incredible things in a different way. I loved meeting the two of you guys. Can't wait to share more cruise experiences with you as well.
We have a different Lawrence saying, we were on the next to last Edge cruise in March 1, 2020. So happy to see Captain Kate taking out the beautiful Edge with passengers. Enjoy.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest with you. One of the reasons I picked this particular cruise, I talked about it earlier on, was Captain Kate is more than just a YouTube star and a TikTok star. She's an icon in the industry. She's a trailblazer and a trendsetter, and she's unapologetically herself. And that's what I wanted for my daughter. I wanted my daughter to see that and experience that. We're seeing the cruise industry open up. There are very, very few female captains in the entire industry. Basically, even less in the industrial cruise or ship industry as well too. She is everything that I believe in and want for my daughter as well. So happy that Ava Jane gets to meet her in a little bit here and just share this unbelievable, incredible experience with her as well.
Got a comment from Christina Martin. Wow, Harr, you on Edge. That's cool. I had the Sunset Veranda booked the same week they closed it down. My husband and I were devastated, but we can't wait to rebook. Well,
I see people in the Sunset Verandas right down below. So when you're ready to come back on board, just let me know. We'll take care of that. In fact, on board, we can book a few cruises for you. So if you want to take advantage of that benefit as well, too, just let me know. Anyway, I'm so excited. I can't believe we're here. Like I keep pinching myself. Anyway, I'll keep the tears at bay for right now, and I'll save them for my wife in the cabin. She would, as soon as we got on the ship, she looked at me and she's like, this is it, isn't it? Because when we got on the Celebrity Millennium, I'll be honest, there was a bit of anxiety. This is the first cruise ever. You have to travel down to St. Martin. You had to do a few different pieces, and it turned out to be pure perfection. This cruise was different. The joy in my heart was completely different. Going from the airport in Fort Lauderdale, I've done this trek probably 50 times. heading over to Port Everglades, the beautiful terminal that Celebrity has built, it is exceptional. It's absolutely stunning. The technology in there, the technology in this ship, it's incredible.
Got a comment from Michelle saying that they actually followed the Edge around on their East-West Caribbean cruise, and they were on the Caribbean Princess.
I love it. There you go. He's streaming us live right now. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Did you hear that?
Sorry.
Somebody, Michelle, was following around the Edge, and they were on the Caribbean Princess last March.
I love it. That's amazing. The Edge is it's something different. You know, I mean, I've been on a lot of cruise ships in my life, and this particular ship, what Celebrity did was they decided to change what they do, but not get rid of what they do. They decided to change what they do and take it to another level. They went from a premium cruise line, right? Royal Caribbean for a long time has had Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Azamara, now Silversea. Silversea is the 6+ star Ultra Luxe. But in one of the suites, in the retreat here on board this ship, you get that 6-star experience. And what you get is a ship bigger than Silversea. You're going to get a unique experience of the world-class entertainment on a much larger stage, all the different restaurants, all those different things. But what Royal decided to do when they went with the Edge is they decided to throw everything out. This ship was designed in a different way. When we're walking around the pool deck, we'll share that video with you shortly. The ship is designed differently. There's not a bunch of posts in the way. There's not a bunch of things where you can't see out. This ship connects you with the ocean in a way that they've never done before. They used new engineering, new technology. We'll talk about that later as well, too. But with the luxury experience, what they really did with this was take everything that people loved about the Solstice class, everything that people loved about the Millennium series. They turned that into the brand new, incredible Edge series. And with each one, it's been an evolution. We'll be on the Apex soon. We'll be on the Beyond the moment it comes out. Each one of those is an evolution. What Celebrity calls it is the Celebrity Revolution. And they've gone as far as to take their other ships all the way down to the steel, renovate them from scratch, and take everything that people loved about the Solstice, everything that people love about this particular class, the Edge series, and put it all together. And I don't know, I can't think of another company who's done quite as well as them at grabbing what their customers like and making it even better with every single ship. I mean, Royal's done an amazing job with that as well. But to me, this is just something different altogether.
Another comment from Christina. She says she's watching from Ontario, Canada, and she wants to rebook on the ship. And she asks, we've filmed a lot of these rooms, so she's very curious to see which room we chose for this voyage.
So for this particular voyage, I chose the Iconic Suite for sure, you know. But then I looked at my budget, and that didn't quite work out. So you know, we're enjoying every single category here on board. We're going to share those with you. But right now, Concierge is where we've started out with for my family. We have several different people that are sailing with us, some that are in suites, some that are in concierge, some that are in infinite verandas. And we did that very intentionally so that we could check out all of the different experiences as well. And because Celebrity is selling double cabins right now for these particular voyages, we had to do it a little bit differently than we normally would. But for me, that's perfection. That's another cabin that I get as an office, because you guys all know Monday morning I'm going to be booking cruises once again, and I really hope it's on the Celebrity Edge.
Very interesting question from Josh, who asks, my wife is currently pregnant. Can we book a cruise now for 6+ months after the kid is born, even if he doesn't have a name or date of birth yet?
Absolutely is the answer to that. So there's a couple ways that we can do it. So one, we can book a category that's going to be a triple, put basically a TBA name in there. We've done that before, knowing that your little one's going to be coming on the way. So we can do that for you as well. And Celebrity's great with that. They make sure that, well, I think I probably have about 5 or 6 dozen cruises that are booked exactly like that. When my daughter was born, her first 5 cruises were booked well before she was born. We can also put a name on that, and if we need to tweak that, maybe you guys change or you don't know, put the name that you think it is. They're going to let us change that, of course, as soon as the baby's born. And 6 months, this is really important. 6 months for 7-day round trip cruises. Longer cruises, transatlantics, things like that, they usually go with a year old. In fact, I was just talking with my good friends at Princess Cruises just yesterday, actually. We're going to be on the Majestic Princess in Alaska in a couple months. And my daughter's first cruise was on the Ruby Princess because, well, there was no Royal and Celebrity that was sailing from Southern California. For me, throwing everything in the back of the truck, driving to the pier. It's just the easiest way to go with a kiddo. You can fly. We've flown all over the world. My daughter's first trip to Europe was when she was 8 months old. But we chose to do that because it was so simple and easy. But of course, we can book that for you. We'd love to.
We have a comment from Gems who says, "Hi, Danny. I'm 19 and from the UK. I've been watching your videos since the pandemic began, and I really admire your work. What is your favorite part of cruising?"
So I'm going to give a couple versions of my favorite part of cruising. My real favorite part of cruising is the moment I step on board a cruise ship, everything in my headspace changes. Literally, I've tracked this with my Apple Watch. My blood pressure goes down. My heart rate goes down. My smile goes up in a different way because this is where I've always found a family. When I cruised with my grandparents when I was a little kid, I cruised all over the world with them. I went to Europe when I was like 15 years old, met a bunch of new friends and people. But, you know, growing up is not easy for a lot of people. I was a middle school teacher for a decade. And, you know, I had my, you know, just for a point of reference, my ears were the same size when my head was that big. But I had lots and lots of, you know, different challenges that we all have. I had some health challenges as a kid as well. But what I found is as soon as I went on board the cruise ship and I went to the kids club, I found a new family immediately. Jess and Jen, the Nahamas. If you guys are listening right now, Jess actually just finished his incredible, he was in the Marine Corps. He just finished this incredible tattoo yesterday. But for that, he's an unbelievable father as well. But we were on the Explorer of the Seas back when we were 18, 19 years old. And we became fast friends. We still are in contact today. That's been over 20 years. I have friends that I made when I was 12, 13 years old on the Nordic Empress. And what I found is that, you know, whatever baggage you had at home, back, you know, in the classroom, at school, you know, your sports teams, whatever it was, when you came on board a cruise ship, you started a new world. You started a new life in essence, and you started this new community. And so for me, that's the real answer is I'm a changed human when I come on board. I have got to meet several people that have watched our channel for the last year and a half. I've never met them. I see comments, but putting a face with that right now is a special experience for me. But that's really the true answer. If you want the answer that I'll give over and over again, it's the sushi. I mean, for sure, it's going to be the sushi. I mean, I'm going to have sushi every single day on board this cruise ship. My wife likes sushi, not quite as much as I do. So I get to have that whenever I want. It's all the different food choices. It's the fact that my daughter right now, I can see her through the window. She's eating white rice. She loves her sticky rice on board this ship. Taylor and I are going to crush some Indian food here in a way that you can't even imagine, because I've had a few drinks and I have not had that much food in the last 6-7 hours. You know, but beyond that, it's about the ability to do what you want, where you want, how you want. Now, Celebrity has a tagline that involves luxury. This is a luxury cruise line, but true luxury is getting to choose where you are and what you do and how you do it and with whom you do it. And that to me is what the beauty of a cruise is all about.
We have a comment from Madonna Wilkinson who says, "Tears are flowing. We cruise Symphony October for our 50th anniversary."
You know what? This is exactly what I'm talking about. On the last cruise, our good friends Deborah and Richard were celebrating their 24th anniversary. I'm going to give it away. Our good friend Elizabeth was celebrating the big 5-0. What a momentous occasion. Next year, if you want to join us on the Navigator of the Seas, I'm going to be celebrating the big 4-0. It's that perfect place for a special celebration. 50 years of marriage, guys, it's incredible. It's wonderful. It's amazing. But once again, you can come on board. I hope your family gets to go with you as well. But this is what it's all about. One of my favorite memories of all time, I wasn't even there for. We had an experience that we set up with a genie. And I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago. But we had a genie experience set up where essentially this gentleman reached out and wanted to book his 50th anniversary in a Royal Loft suite. And we did it. That was the easiest part of what we did. That was by far the easiest part of what we did. His son reached out to me, who basically said, "Don't tell my dad anything. We're bringing the entire family on board this cruise. And what I want to do is I know we're not all in star class, but we want to sneak into their Royal Loft suite. And when they get to the Royal Loft suite, we all want to be there. And we want to make it incredibly special." And so I think that was Alex, the genie that was on board that ship, who was helping us out. What they did is they printed 50 pictures for the 50 years of their marriage and put them all over the entire suite. And had I remember it was a Bose sound system that was sitting there. and we had to link it up. In fact, they had a little trouble linking it. They told me that. They got it linked up to the Bluetooth. And when they walked in the Royal Loft, so the genie played some tricks on them. Usually they take you right to your room. And he said, you know what, maintenance is doing some things, and they gotta take care of this. And basically what they did is they took them to lunch. And they had a beautiful lunch in Coastal Kitchen, you know, exactly what you would expect. That's right up there on the 17th. In fact, they had to guard the door to make sure that they didn't see everybody walk past it. They went into the room, and when they walked into the room, 25 members of their family were in the Royal Loft Suite, and all the pictures from 50 years of marriage, their wedding song was playing on the sound system in there. And basically, he did his very best to carry his bride over the threshold. There was a pianist there playing the piano. They had a cocktail party, a reception out on the incredible balcony. These are the incredible things that you can do in a suite on board a cruise ship. You can also do that in the iconic suite on board this beautiful ship, the Celebrity Edge, the Apex, the Beyond. But what's more than that, it's about making dreams come true. And if you can imagine the emotion that you'd feel, you didn't know your whole family was going to be there. You walked into that, it's special. And these are times, so I've done a lot of weddings at sea too. And one of the things that I love is, you know, some do have programs where you can get off the ship. You know, some family members can't sail. But when everybody sails with you for the next week, they had, you know, dinners for 25, 30 people every single night in the specialty restaurants. They had celebrations. And what the gentleman said, who called me, was he said, I wanted to make this extra special for my mom and dad because they've made everything in life. They've made so many sacrifices. They made our lives extra special. And, you know, right now I see my mom and dad right through the glass with my daughter and my wife. And I know my parents have made infinite sacrifices. My dad's a teacher. My mom's a homemaker. And, she was a teacher for quite a few years, too. I'll get in trouble for that. I apologize. But, you know, growing up, she was there to take care of us. And I know my brother and I were an extreme handful, to say the least. But, you know, what they did was make sacrifice after sacrifice. And when I asked him if he wanted to cruise with us on the Celebrity Edge back to back after doing the Millennium and the Adventure, he just said, are you serious? Like, of course I do. When do I get to spend that time with my granddaughter, my son? When do we get to be a part of history? And so I'm here with my family. I hope you're going to be cruising with your family. Congratulations on an incredibly momentous occasion. But once again, we're back, guys. We're back doing what we love.
So now we're just going to take a second to thank all the very generous super chats. We have Jeff Hanson, and he says, looking good, Danny. Looking forward to my cruise next year.
And I think your next one is Royal Loft on Allure, if I remember right, Jeff. So you're going to love it. And, you know, if you're looking for anybody to occupy the downstairs bedroom, just saying. There we go. Let's do it.
The next one is from the Thorpes Kids.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Taylor. We had such a great time with you guys. We wish we could join you, have fun. The kids want to say hi to Ava. So
as soon as we can get on another cruise with you guys, it's a done deal. So Alex and Joe Bell started watching our channel about 15, 16 months ago. They have 3 incredible kids, 2 that were with us on this particular cruise. And we didn't spend quite as much time as I would have liked because Alex, like me, was working his tail off, taking care of, you know, with the family and what they need to do. Joe Bell was working as well too. But we got to blend together a workation together. And when we were going through the airport in in Nassau, my daughter was crying and she said, I miss Sage and Solomon so much. They're the best. I miss them. I want to see them. And we turn around the corner and who do we see but Sage and Solomon, and of course Alex, and then Joe Bell was over there as well. And this is just that perfect example of coming together as friends and family. I have no doubt that we'll visit them in New York. When you guys are ready for Disneyland, come on out. Nobody does it quite like us in Southern California. I'll take you there. We also have some cruises coming up we'd love for you guys to join us on. But when what was that, 11 o'clock at night when the kids came back from the kids club, and we met up with them at the elevator. And I ran around and had a best, you know, tickle monster, you know, fight with Sage and Solomon and Ava, and they squealed and yelled and screamed. And we had so much incredible fun. But, you know, to be able to put names and faces with what we've loved to do for so long was just special. And Alex and Joe Bell, you guys are incredible humans. You're incredible parents. Your kids are amazing. You know, nobody rocked the kids club like Ava and Sage and Solomon. In fact, when we're heading out, their favorite camp counselor, Chicken Nugget, and also their twin favorite, Meow Meow, they were out there as well. And it was an emotional thing to say goodbye to people that we've fallen in love with as humans. And we come from very different places. We actually come from, I don't think, they're from New York. We're from Southern California. I don't think we physically can be further apart in the country, but we got to form our new cruise family, and we're gonna love cruising with you guys in the future. And if you're ever in Southern California, please come visit us. We'll take you out. We'll take you to the Disney parks. We'll go down to San Diego. We'll have a great time, because you know what? We have new best friends. And once again, that's what cruising is all about.
Another super chat from Bob C. Danny, I hope you and your family have a wonderful cruise. Glad to see you back doing what you love.
Bob, thank you so much for that. Your generosity means the world to us. We're back, guys. We're back. We're doing what we love in a way that I'm not going to lie. A month and a half ago, when the CDC said I had to wear a mask to walk outside, I was nervous for this moment. Was it going to happen? Could it happen? And Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Silversea, Royal Caribbean Group in general, they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars getting the ships outfitted to the new world that we live in, making sure that all these protocols happen. The Healthy Sail Panel, Dr. Gottlieb and Governor Levitt, thank you so much for putting your time in. Once again, I watched a video this morning from Richard Fain, and he was singing. And I have to say, he has about the same singing voice as I do. Nowhere near the singing voice as Mr. Wallace that I'm looking at right now, who will tear up karaoke with me later. Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm saying he doesn't even know it yet, but it's going to happen. But he was singing because the joy in his heart was evident. When I saw him on the pool deck, the joy in his heart was evident. He loves this. I love this. We love this. And we're back doing what we love once again. So thank you so much for that generous super chat.
One final super chat from Jen Rhodes. No comment, just a generous super chat.
Thank you so much, Jen. I really, really appreciate that. Absolutely, positively. We got a few more questions there, Taylor.
I got to get back to where I was. Give me a second.
That's a great feeling that there's too many questions. He's got to go back and comments, guys. We've had several people come up to us while we were streaming and show me that they were watching us live on their cameras. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, we're here.
One more.
Nobody did that in my garage.
One more super chat from Final Expense Trainer saying, we're going to be on Carnival Mardi Gras in 35 days. Are you going to be joining us on the inaugural cruise?
I don't believe that we're going to be on the inaugural of the Mardi Gras. We will be on the Mardi Gras, guys. We sailed by the Mardi Gras. We headed out of Freeport, Bahamas, and wow, she looks spectacular. She looks incredible. But I got to say it, one cruise at a time. I'm on the edge, and then next week I'm on the edge. And then maybe if I can talk the family into it, the following week I'll be on the edge. But anyway, we'll be on the Equinox soon. We'll be on the Freedom of the Seas soon. We'll be on the Majestic Princess, the Ovation of the Seas, the Serenade of the Seas. They cannot get me off of a cruise ship. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
So we've had a couple different versions of the same question from Jay. Is this cruise at full capacity or limited? And other questions I've seen are, what are the restrictions like on this specific
Do you know
cruise?
what the full, Corey, do you know what the full triple quad occupancy of the ship is? It's around 3,000, right? If it's completely full? This ship, yeah. Okay, so at total occupancy, it'd be at about 3,000 people. There's 1,171 on today. So we're a little over 35%, 33. My dad's the math teacher, not me. I'm the history teacher. So a little over 30%. I'm telling you guys, you're never going to cruise this way again. On the Adventure of the Seas, we had a little under 900 people on a ship that hold 4,000. We're a little over 30%. Celebrity wants to make sure that it happens the right way. They're going to roll this out slowly. There's a lot of employees on board checking this out. There's a lot of other crew members that are on board. We basically have a 1-to-1 crew to passenger ratio on here. That's better than Crystal. That's better than Regent. That's better than Silversea. And it's going to happen for the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. I mean, for my business, I really hope we get back to full capacity as soon as possible. But they're going to slow roll it out as we go. And this is perfection, because you get a luxury cruise in ultra luxury. But more than that, we're humans, right? And crew members are usually in a good mood, having a smile on their face. This is next level. These guys have told me, I've told everybody this 100 times. If you didn't hear me before, bring a couple $100 extra bucks. If you can afford to go on a cruise now, you can bring a couple $100 extra bucks. Tip these crew members like crazy. Take care of them. Show them the love that way as well. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday who was basically saying, my daughter, Royal Caribbean did right by me. They did incredible by me. But my tips are what put my daughter through school. They live in the Philippines. And, you know, I'd given him a tip because he'd done such great service for my wife and my daughter and I throughout the cruise. And he started crying. And he said, this is how my family gets where they need to be. And that's what this is all about, guys. So bring a couple $100 extra bucks, take good care of your crew, because this is a long journey for them to get here. 14 days quarantine on land, 14 days quarantine on the ship, full vaccination, and big smiles, because what they love to do is possible again.
From Rebecca Kelly, hey, I love your channel. You take me to another place like I'm there. I will book with you when it's time.
Rebecca, whenever the time is right for you, you let us know. Guys, the time's right for me. That doesn't mean the time's right for you. There's work, there's life, there's all kinds of things. I totally get that. But when you're ready, if you have a travel advisor, don't book with me. Stick with them, because they have busted their hump for you. They've done so many things that you'll never know behind the scenes. My life has been challenging, to say the least. I've seen my wife and daughter were home. I saw less of them in the last 16 months than I have in the last 3 weeks on cruise ships, because we were up till 2, 3 in the morning, sorting through refunds, trying to get people on the ship that they wanted, getting that exact suite the moment that it came out. So if you have a great travel advisor, give them a bear hug, because we can do that again now. Tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. But if you don't, if you're looking for a travel advisor, myself, my team would love to help you. Coming in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have the ability for you to book right on our website, where you can book, take an option out, basically hold the cruise ship cabin. We'll reach out to you. We'll take care of all the steps. We'll help with flights, hotels, pre-post, and share our staff now. We have a couple new additions that I'll share with you in the next couple of weeks. We have over 300 years of cruise experience now on our staff. So we'll talk about that coming up. But when you're ready to book, we'd love to have the chance to work with you, for sure.
Michael asks, are you on a private deck? So I think we could probably tell them the secret of where to go on the after.
Absolutely. So one of the things that's interesting on the last 2 cruises and this one is there's so many dining options that usually the buffet is pretty full first day, right? It gets pretty crowded. A lot of people come up here. So my recommendation on the Edge, on the Adventure of the Seas, on the Millennium, on any ship, grab some food in the buffet, head to the back. So we're aft of the Ocean View Cafe. I believe this is deck 14. Sunset Bar above us on deck 15 is very full with people who, I'm going to need a refill in a minute here, who are having some libations and celebrating our departure. But basically, essentially, what we always do is we go get our food. We head out to the back. So right now, the Ocean View Cafe is open. It's serving food. The only people I see out here is a lovely couple in the distance and a film crew from one of the news stations in the far distance, because they were filming the same exact thing that we were, celebrating the same exact incredible moment of Captain Kate taking us out of Port Everglades. So no, this is not a private deck. This is what cruising is like right now, and you want a piece of it. I'm just telling you. There's availability. I think I know the 3rd is sold out. I think I saw availability on the 10th of July, the 17th of July. On this particular ship, the Equinox, there's still some space. She sails for the first time on the 25th. So, let us know, guys. If you love to cruise, you're fully vaccinated, you want to get on Celebrity as soon as you possibly can, because you're going to get an ultra luxe experience in a way that you're always going to get a luxury experience. It's just different. It's better. It's wonderful. I'm going to be happy when all the people come back as well, too. But, I'm pretty happy here. I'm not going to lie.
It's kind of funny because you answered Kristen's question or her request. She said, help me convince my husband we need to go on Edge over Labor Day. But I think you just did that.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully, Jason Hawks has been working his tush off at home, editing our videos, the Celebrity Millennium video. The full ship tour is going to be coming your way in just a couple of days. You've probably already seen the penthouse, the Royal Suite, the Celebrity Suite. That was an amazing experience. But when I walked on board this ship, it was just that connection once again to Celebrity has outdone themselves with the ship. I'm sure they've outdone themselves with the Apex. The Beyond's going to be even next level. But the integration of perfection of cruise ship technology, engineering, and an incredible captain at the helm. I mean, this is it, guys. It doesn't get better than this. It really doesn't. Nor will it ever.
So Boris noticed that there was a pink drink in front of you that wasn't the normal. And he wanted to know, what it was. But
you want to know what I really did? We were coming on and I hadn't had my gin and tonic delivered yet, so I hijacked my daughter's second Miami Vice of the day. It's a virgin, don't worry. Miami Vice is half strawberry daiquiri, half pina colada, and it is, to me, the most quintessential of all sail-away drinks. So I'll have a little bit of that for you there. And I'll have another gin and tonic whenever that moment opens up. But yeah, a Miami Vice. Check it out. I know we weren't sailing out of Miami, but Fort Lauderdale, Miami is almost the same thing.
Disney Rod says, not a question, but I just want to say I appreciate you and your videos. You've convinced me and my family to go on Celebrity for a cruise very soon.
Let's do it. And when you're ready to book, reach out and let us know. Once again, if you have a great travel advisor that books your Disney cruises, stick with them. Once again, what we're here for is to celebrate our entire industry, our community. Like I said, last week, getting to cruise with Richard and Elizabeth, my two great friends. We did miss Chad and Mike in Savannah, who are also part of we formed a group, a happy hour group in March of 2020. We've spoken with each other every Wednesday for 3 or 4 hours since then. We share our knowledge. We share our experience. We take care of each other because that's what we do in this business. But yeah, miss you guys and can't wait to sail with you soon. But I did get to see Mike celebrated his honeymoon with Pam. They're flying back on KLM business class right now. He had an incredible safari with Intaba. We do that as well too. But yeah, miss my friends and getting to sail with two of them last week. My happy face was on in a different way.
Jeremy G says, I'm a Celebrity fan. Celebrity workers are great with a smile and mean it. Excellent service.
And the Celebrity crew members are incredible, guys. Celebrity, as they up their game from an engineering and architectural standpoint, they also up their game from a training and a crew member standpoint. I've talked to a lot of crew members already on board this ship. They love what they do. And, let's put it this way. So I get people all the time that say, I want your job. And I'll tell you what, over the last 16 months, you don't want my job. My job has been 3 a.m. doing accounting in my garage. I mean, that's really what I've done for the last 16 months. Yes, we filmed all-inclusive resorts. That involved 2 days at a resort, 2 days of filming there, and then heading out and leaving and everything in between from there. But now you want my job because we're back doing what we really love. We're sharing the experiences with you. And yeah, you know what? Tonight, I'm going to be up until 3 a.m. sorting out bookings, fixing some things, taking care of some new stuff. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to put the window down on my Infinite Edge concierge veranda. By the way, those are super cool. I can't wait to share them with you. The shower that fits this giant guy, the bathroom that's bigger than any on an older cruise ship, that incredibly comfy, real king-size bed. My wife walked in and she said, oh, my daughter's sleeping with mom and pa tonight. So anyway, there we go. Cheers, Kate. You're welcome to say hi if you like. But there you go. That was Taylor's incredible wife, Kate, delivering a little bit more happiness. Tanqueray, nice to see you again. There we go.
So
Hi,
Disney Rod, the one that talked about the Celebrity, that we had convinced him to go on Celebrity, he said, I've only been on Disney, but my family will also be going on a Royal Caribbean cruise next year. So how does Disney compare to Royal Caribbean, and I would say Celebrity?
Right. So if you want to put in the comments down below which ship you're going on for Royal, to be honest with you, it's a similar experience, but it's a different experience. If you are in a Star Class suite or a Sky Class suite, to me, it's over the top of what you're going to get from Disney. Now, if you want to go into Celebrity, it's really over the top. If you take one of the suites on board here compared to concierge class. But what I find, for your money, I love a Disney cruise. I love the Disney experience. Don't get me wrong. But basically, essentially what you're going to get with Disney is you're paying a lot of money for Belle and Tiana. I don't, trust me, today was coloring day on board the plane. My daughter was sitting next to me doing all of her favorite Disney princesses. So, you get that. You get an incredible Disney experience. They're the best at what they do when it comes to that. But you pay a lot of money for that experience. On Celebrity, that same money takes your luxury to another level. Now, Disney is a luxury brand. Celebrity, if you want to compare it, is an over-the-top luxury brand. When you go up to the retreat, everything's included. You get a huge onboard credit. You get a huge credit for your shore excursions. Top shelf drinks. Cheers to that, for sure. You also get streaming Wi-Fi, which is really, to be honest with you, it's infinitely better than what Disney offers because Disney only offers pay by the megabyte. I work on board a cruise ship. I pay unlimited for their Accelerate. that right? Accelerator? I was back at the Disney Accelerator because we did that a few weeks ago. But it's their version of kind of the Royals Boom Internet. They use the same satellite constellation for that. But what I find is they have a great kids club. You know, what you're going to miss is hearing It's a Small World over and over again on the speakers. What you're going to get is a truly amplified, revolutionized luxury experience. On Royal, you're going to get the zip lines, the water slides, the bumper cars, the skydiving. On Celebrity, you're going to get those over-the-top culinary experiences. You're going to get the rooftop garden, which we were in just a few minutes ago. It's amazing. The grill up there is fantastic. The art on board here is on par with the best modern art museum in the entire world. I know that because my wife's an artist. And as we were walking through here, I don't know if this is good for me, but she was rubbing her hands and talking about Nate Berkus. So, you know, I mean, she's excited to be here just from a design standpoint. You know, what they've done is they've listened to their customers over the last 10, 15, 20 years. They've added in all the things that people loved and amplified it, revolutionized it, and taken it to the next level. But reach out. I'd love to talk about those experiences with you. Once again, if you book the cruise direct with Royal, let me know. If not, I'm still happy to answer questions because we love to share what we love with you.
And I will add to that, you know, although Celebrity isn't in that ultra luxury tier. When you add
Taylor hasn't been in the iconic suite
when you
yet,
add the retreat on, and that retreat experience, it's a very interesting mix because you have more of those entertainment options.
All I have to say is after seeing it, I'll take the iconic suite over the funnel suite, hands down. No questions asked. I'm just saying. The Edge Villas, there's nothing like that in the entire industry. You head right up their stairs, you head out onto the retreat sun deck. So, well, anyway, we get excited.
And your own deck is so...
Your own deck with a hot tub looking out. I mean, I'm a little bit jealous of those in those two suites right now. I'm not going to lie, but maybe we'll make friends on board. I'll share a hot tub.
Jen Rhodes says, thank you for helping us to book Celebrity Edge in September. Horror is the best. Use them for your travel. Love, Donnell and Jen.
Thank you so much, Donnell and Jen. That is awesome. I was talking to them in the evening. We were at the Hyatt Regency in the Orlando airport booking their cruise. They are so excited for the Edge, and I can't wait to share those videos with you. In fact, we had a little bit of a moment talking about how much our daughters love Come From Away, the incredible Broadway show. So anyway, this is it, guys. We get to be humans again with other humans and without a mask.
DS asks, does Celebrity not stop at Coco Cay anymore? Do they have another private island?
So Celebrity has never really stopped at Coco Cay. They did during the pandemic because it's kind of a shared private island. You know, right now, no. I'll give Celebrity a pitch. Anybody out there who's listening? I mean, we could use a private island. I'm just saying. And as you add more ships, maybe. But you know what? Celebrity is kind of a different experience than Royal. What we experienced with that $250 million renovation was really about, well, you know, you guys all know that I have a surgically repaired right knee. I'm going to give the biggest shout out in the entire world to Stephanie Neal, my physical therapist, because 3 months ago when I started PT with her in March, my goal was to make it to the top to do Daredevil's Peak. And I did it 5 times. So thank you so much for that. My beautiful wife, Kristen, she did Daredevil's Peak with me. We did the Dueling Demons, which is that slide where you're standing and then the bottom drops out. I mean, it's intense. It's amazing. But you know what? That's more of a Royal type experience. So maybe in the future, Celebrity will get into the private island game. I mean, I'd love to see that. But Labadee, Coco Cay, it is really a Royal experience right now. But if you head up to the Edge Villas, if you head up to the rooftop garden, you head up to the Sunset Bar, that's a lot of the things that I love about those private islands as well. And then you also get some additional experiences. Like I said, I think we're going to Mexico on this cruise. Yeah, I think.
2 ports.
I don't even know. Doesn't matter. But, you know, anyway, there we go. I may not get off the ship. I do love Cozumel, though. And, yeah, there we go.
Robin Ross says, so exciting. Just joined. Not sure if you already said, but did vaccinated passengers need to be tested on this cruise?
Vaccinated passengers did not need to be tested. My understanding is out of 1,700 passengers or so, there's about 10 or 12 kids. Those, my daughter being one of them, those are the ones who are unvaccinated. The process was easy. We went and started the check-in. They sent us right around the corner. What's been really cool for myself and my family is that a lot of the nurses that were on board the Millennium were on board the adventure. They've come here as well. They use the same company. In fact, one of the most touching moments on the Adventure of the Seas was we were filming in the Windjammer Cafe, and I wish I remembered it right now. I'll blame the gin. I forgot her name, but the head nurse who works for Eurofins, who does the testing for Celebrity, she came up to us and she said, we were on the Millennium. There were 2 cases of COVID, asymptomatic. Celebrity did an incredible job. They basically went to their rooms right away. They quarantined for the last 24 hours. They provided private transportation for them home. They got a private jet experience, which is pretty cool as well. But they tested the other 1,300 people, no cases. And what she had told us was, her bosses, the people at home had seen these stories on, the big media outlets. I don't even need to name names. You guys all know if it bleeds, it leads, all that kind of stuff. And she said she sent our video to her executives, and they shared it with their entire team. And they said, great job, guys, not to us, but to the team, because what they did, Celebrity's protocols worked. It contained it. I've talked about this for 16 months. We had to get to a point where it wasn't if COVID was going to happen, but when it happens, how do we deal with it? And what I've seen is flawlessly done protocols. That's why I'm here with my family. My parents are in their 70s. My daughter's 5 years old. And I feel this to be an incredibly safe experience for all of us. You make the decision when you're ready, but I can have a testament to that. But 98% vaccinated, which is significantly higher than CDC's 70%, where you don't need to worry about it anymore, and 95% on a cruise ship.
Topways Vacations asks, how was the time getting on the ship, and was it a long process?
It was the easiest, quickest, most simple process. So we may do a video on the app. I don't know that we've done that yet. I know we've done the drill. So basically, you log into your app. All you have to do is you click check in. We scanned our I just got an email from Larry wanting to book the Edge. I love it. I love you guys,
Hi,
Larry and Ron. You're my all-time favorites. You really are. You guys are the best. So basically, you log into the app. All you do is you scan your passports. They use new technology, so you just hold it up. It pulls the information from the numbers and the barcode at the bottom. It loads it in there. You put in your citizenship information. You put in your home address. The next step is, if you're me, you get yelled at for your wife because I put my camera in her face and say, take your security picture. And she says, no, I'm not taking it yet. And I'm like, no, just the security guys are going to see it. You're fine. So you take the picture. That's the entire process. And then when you get on board, you click the safety. You watch the video. You can check out our full video that we did on the lifeboat drill. You click the button for that. You watch the full drill. I'll be honest with you. I got way more out of that video than I've ever gotten lining up with 3,000 of my closest friends. You listen to what the alarm listens like, or here's, well, I can't.
Sounds like.
Let me take a second.
And hey, there have been a lot of comments that have said, oh, well, that doesn't prepare you for, an emergency. Hey, we got to test that strategy.
We did on the Adventure of the Seas.
Test it.
We had a false alarm that went off for a few minutes there, and they did a flawless job. That's for sure. But that's it. And then we got on board. We showed them our express pass. We headed right on. We didn't have to do a picture because that was already done. It was a flawless experience. And my kudos to them. They've done a great job with that for sure.
Couple more comments here because we're starting to run low on battery. From Red 2, for solo travelers, how has COVID impacted the cruises? Do the new protocols make it more difficult to meet new people on the cruise if you are a solo traveler versus people who come with family and friends?
Not at all. I mean, they still do the meetups. They still do the solo traveler experience. And in addition to that, you're not wearing a mask on board, and you can get together socially, because when 99% of the people are vaccinated, I don't know of any other experience on land where that's happening, to be perfectly honest with you. You go to the grocery store, you have no idea whether these people have been vaccinated, tested, any of that kind of stuff. You go to a sporting event, any of those kind of things. But yeah, they're still having them on board here. And with 1,100 people, it might be even easier. So cheers to that. Earmuffs to my wife. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Just looking through the comments.
Taylor's going through there. And we did a very impromptu. This was not as scheduled, as you guys can probably tell. So we didn't even find a plug. So he's going cordless over there.
Good question, actually. From, if you are fully vaccinated, would you need to be tested when we disembark?
So that's really a question for President Biden and his administration, because right now, to get back into the United States after traveling internationally, you need a negative test within 72 hours. So you go to Mexico, do an all-inclusive, you need a test. You go to Sandals in St. Lucia, which is beautiful, by the way, you need a test. You go on a cruise ship, you get that test. Now, what's been interesting is with the lawsuit that Florida recently won against Florida. Wow, I need to slow down here. The lawsuit that Florida won against the CDC, and in addition to that, with the change of the CDC protocols, that may be going away sooner than later. But what Celebrity has said is that as long as that is required, they will provide that for you.
Sea Monkey asks, how will they do the nightly shows? Are reservations required?
So on the Millennium, reservations were not required. Here, I haven't quite checked that out yet, but what they've done is they basically doubled or tripled the amount of shows. They are socially distancing in there. There's 1/3 of the amount of people on board here. That may change over the next couple cruises, but right now, you can make reservations if you want to lock that in. Of course, if you are in the retreat, you're going to have a special designated part of the theater for you, but right now, that's probably the easiest thing we do on board the ship.
All right, good question from Bob C, because I know how I feel about this, but I think you have feelings about it as well. Bob C asks, I know you are just sailing away, but what are your thoughts on having to use your phone for everything?
I mean, so I'll give you the mixed blessing answer, right? I went back on cruise. I went on cruises back in the day when it was 25 minutes to load an email. I mean, that's the truth from the satellite internet. So for me, I'm dedicated to my customers. That's what I do. That's the job that I do. That's what I choose to do. And I get the best of both worlds by having high-speed internet. That's been fantastic so far. It was great on the Millennium as well. I get to work. Otherwise, I couldn't go on a cruise. I'd have to stay home to do that job. But when it comes to, you guys, our phones are glued to our, Lane sent an email as well too. So Lane, really quick answer to that. Odyssey will not be sailing at full capacity, less than half for sure. So she's going to be on a Star Class suite in a couple days. So anyway, check my email while I was on the live stream. I apologize for that. But that's what I get to do. I get to give an answer really quickly to somebody who's a customer who I absolutely love to work with, that I value. I get to get the best of both worlds. Now, my wife, we were talking about it. She loves to watch movies and TV, and she watches it on her phone a lot. Being able to use our phone, I always lock my key in the cabin. I can't tell you how many times I did that on the Adventure of the Seas, probably a dozen. It is what it is. It is who I am. I'm fine with that. But I never leave my phone because I can't, and most people don't. And so for me, you can leave it in the cabin if you want, but you can, and you still get your key card. It's the exact same way. It opens your room. You can control all of the temperatures manually. You can do all that. But if you want the high-tech experience, you can do that as well on board the ship. So for me, if you can't put it down and you're not working and you don't have to do it, put it down. Please, please, please dig into the cruise experience. But right now, I'm on my 3rd cruise in 4 weeks. I couldn't do this 5-10 years ago. It just wasn't possible.
I think the integration of being able to check all the entertainment, and not only that, you can bookmark exactly what you want to see. So if there's an acoustic duo that you want to see that's maybe nearby the coffee shop, it's really cool to be able to actually bookmark that in the app. So if you're the type of person that likes to get the pamphlet before the day before and highlight what you want to see for the next day, it's great because now it's all on your phone.
Absolutely, positively. I mean, to me, it's once again, my definition of luxury is choice. You can choose to use your phone for all those things. You can leave your phone in the cabin. It's up to you. You decide. You don't have to do it. Now, what I do love was the phone for the boarding experience because it was so quick and easy.
We did it in the
you can
airport.
do it manually. Yeah.
We did it in the airport.
We did it at the airport because, well, I'm a procrastinator. It is what it is.
Jim Webster asks, do you do travel reservations for Canadians?
We do. We do work with Canadians. The only caveat is that it's going to be in US dollars. If that works for you, most of our Canadian customers tell us it's even better for them. But yeah, we'd love to help you.
Well, I think that's kind of the end. We'll wrap it up and tell them what's to come.
So guys, over the next 14 days on board this gorgeous ship, Taylor and I are going to film. We're going to film every single public space, We're going to get all the rooms and suites over the next 2 weeks. We're going to share it with you. We're going to do live streams as the experiences come. So as we do the entertainment, the dining, the culinary, all of those kind of things, we're going to dig into that with you and we're going to share. But I've been drinking for the last hour or so, and I've been enjoying every bit of it with you. I see Fort Lauderdale in the far distance. I see the Ocean View Cafe just to my left, so I'm going to head on in there, have a fantastic meal, maybe go have some sushi right after that. But guys, thank you for letting us do what we love. Cheers to cruising being back, and ciao for now.